Today I'm going to be creating this beautiful soft glam look. If you would like to see how I was able to achieve this look, then please stay tuned. Hello and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time joining, my name is Joy. Thank you for tuning in and you're welcome to today's video. For today's video, I'm going to be creating this beautiful soft glam look. If you'd like to see how I was able to achieve this look, then please don't move. Stay tuned. Now, before we get right into the video for today, do me a favor. Click the subscribe button, share with your friends, and don't forget to leave a comment in the section below if you like the video and what other sort of videos you would like me to create for you. Now that you've done that, let's go right into today's tutorial. So to start off with my routine for today, I'm going to cleanse my face with my Garnier Micellar water, and I'm just applying some in my cotton pad. I have a little bottle here that you can see. This is just for my everyday use, and I'm going in and just basically cleansing my skin. Now that I've cleansed my face, I'm going to set my brows, and I'm using the e.l.f. brow lift, and I have this brush that I picked up from a beauty store. I'm going to use that to just put my brows in place. Now that my brow is set in place, I'm going in with my moisturizer, my Embryolisse moisturizer. And I'm going to apply that all over my skin. And I'm also going to concentrate underneath my eye. To prime my face, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Grip Primer. And this one has niacinamide in it, which is really good for your skin. So I'm going to pump a bit of that as well and apply on my skin. To moisturize my lips, I'm going in with my Fenty gloss. I'm just applying that. Make sure that my lip is soft and moisturized over time until I'm ready to apply my lip color for the day. Now for my foundation, I have been using the Nars Soft Matte Complexion Foundation in the shade Moorea. But I found out that this shade is actually quite light for me. So a few days ago, I went into Boots to swatch for a different shade in the Nars Soft Matte Foundation, and I was matched with the Macao. However, I felt like it was a little, just a touch bit dark for me. However, when I mixed the Macao and the Moorea, applying more of the Macao and very little of the Moorea, I find that that's a better shade for me, or a better combination for me. So just to make sure that I'm making the right decision, I requested for a tester, which I was given, and I'm going to apply that today and see how it goes. And if this works, then I will definitely go back and purchase the Macao. So let's get right into it. So to blend my foundation, I'm going in with a serum spray by the Alba. And I'm just going to apply that. This will help give a more seamless blend to my foundation. I'm going in with a soft blending sponge, and I'm going to apply now. Now that my foundation is set, I'm going in with a concealer in an e.l.f. concealer in the shade Rich Walnut, and I'm going to use this for my contour. So to blend in my contour, I'm going in with the same blending sponge, but just using a different side of it to blend in my contour. So for my blush, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Camel Blush Liquid. It's called the Camel Liquid Blush actually. And I'm going in with these two shades. I'm going in with Coral Crush and Bronze Bombshell. I'm going to use these two shades to create my blush color. Now I'm blending that into my cheekbones, and as I blend upwards as well. I'm also going to just dust some of it at the tip of my nose. For my concealer, I'm going in with my Nars concealer in the shade Caramel, and I'm going to apply that underneath my eye, in the inner corners of my eye, the outer corners, my forehead, down to the bridge of my nose, my chin, and the peak of my lips. Now before I blend that in, I'm going back with my serum spray and just applying that over to help with my blend. To brighten the inner corners of my eyes, I'm going in with another shade of the Nars concealer, and this is the shade Praline, and I'm going to use this in the inner corners of my eyes to brighten this up. set my under eye, I'm going in with the Morphe's Bake and Set setting powder in the shade Banana. And I'm going to use this to set my under eye. I'm going in with the same blending brush that I've been using, but if you notice I've been using this tip end. Now I'm going to use this part of the blending brush, which is this angle here, and I'm basically just dapping that into the setting powder and then dusting some at the back of my hand so it doesn't look too cakey when I apply underneath my eye. You want to go in layer by layer rather than packing it all up. I'm also going to set my forehead and all the areas that I had initially highlighted. Now to set my contour, I'm going in with my Nars powder in the shade Seasfront. I'm just dusting a little bit of it and patting it over the cream contour. I'm also going to take the same powder for my nose contour and I'm sweeping from the inner corners of my brows down the bridge of my nose. To apply my blush, I'm going in with my favorite Juvia's Palace palette. Every time I hold this palette up, you can see the smile on my face because this is my absolute favorite. And I am going in with this shade here and I'm mixing it with this pink shade, and that is going to serve as my blush application. So to set my entire face, I'm going in with my Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'R Soft Matte Foundation, and I'm using the shades 410 and 370. I'm going to mix these two shades to set my entire face. Now that my entire face is set, I'm going back with my serum spray just to break all that powder in. Now that I have set my entire face, I'm going back in with my setting powder in Morphe in the shade Banana, and I am going to bake my under eye. This will help prep my under eye for my eyeshadow look, just in case I have any residues. To reverse contour, I'm going to go back into one of the setting powders that I use from Fenty in the shade 410, and I'm basically going to tap my blending brush, my beauty blender, and this will serve as my reverse contour. So I'm going right here from the corners of my ears downwards. I don't want it to be too harsh, so I'm not doing too much. I hope you can actually see it. You can also go in with the same setting powder. Like, I could actually use the same setting powder that I use underneath my eye, but I don't want to do that for this look because I want it to be as soft as possible. Now it's time for me to fill in my brows. I have two eyebrow pencils here. I picked them up from a random beauty store. So one is a slightly browner shade and the other one is quite darker. I'm going to use the lighter shade to fill in the front and then use the darker shade for the outer corners. My brows are quite full, so I don't do too much. So the way I apply the way I fill in my brows might be slightly different from the way you fill in yours, but let me just go in with this. So I'm going in with very short strokes, basically just filling in areas that are sparse. I'm now going to go in with the darker eye pencil and basically just sculpt and define the outer corners of my brows. So now that my brow is filled in, I am going to go in with a concealer to clean and basically just highlight this area. However, I'm not going to be using an actual concealer for this. I'm going to be using the foundation that I used earlier, one of the foundations I used earlier, which is the Nars Soft Matte Foundation in Moorea, because this is a light shade and I like the golden tone that it has. So this serves the purpose. You can go ahead and use any concealer of your choice that works for you, whether it's a cream concealer or liquid. Ideally, I would suggest that you go in for a cream foundation if you are setting your under eye or if you're highlighting your brows. But for today's look, I'm just going in with this foundation because it serves the purpose. To clean the outer corners of my brow, I'm taking in the same brush, but I don't have a lot of product. I'm basically just dusting off the products that I had from applying the shade underneath my brow bone, and I'm just going in with the same brush and just with short strokes sweeping over it. Very short strokes, not doing too much. Just to make it neater, I'm going in with a fluffy brush and I'm blending all of that into my brow bones and over my lid as well. Now to finish this area, I'm going back in with the Pro Filt'R foundation in Fenty in the shade 370. And I'm basically just going to take some of that powder and set my brow bone. Start off my eyeshadow application, I'm going in with my Ben NYE Clown White. This serves as a primer for my eyeshadow. If you don't have this, you can use any eye primer of your choice. And if you also don't have an eye primer, you can also use a concealer. A creamy concealer would be a perfect base for your eyeshadow. So let's get right into it. Now that I have the base for my eyeshadow, I'm going in with a transition color. And just to blend into my contour, I'm going in with the same Nars foundation that I used for my contour and dusting that off a little bit. Going in from the inner corners of my eye, down the bridge of my nose, and then sweeping that into my crease. I'm going in now with these Morphe palettes, and I'm going to go into a dark brown shade because I'm basically going to build up the depth of my brow, of my eyeshadow, and you're going to see how I apply as I go. So I'm going in with this shade right here, and I'm going to apply that all over my crease. I'm going into the same palette, and I'm going in with this darker brown shade here, close to the one I used earlier, and I'm going into the outer corners and brushing that inwards and upwards. Now for my eyelid shade, I'm going in with this eyeshadow palette. This was gifted to me by my goddaughter Barbara. Barbara, thank you so much for this. This comes in very, very handy. And I'm just going to show you, it's called A Little Something of All Shades eye palette. It's a it has a set of pretty eyeshadow colors. I hope you can see that. So for my eyelid, I am going to go in with this soft pink here. And I'm dusting that over my lid. I'm going back in with this fluffy brush, and I'm just basically blending in the shades together, just so that it all blends in and that there are no harsh lines. To create a more smoky effect, I'm going back into the Morphe palette that I had on earlier, and I'm going to take a bit of this shadow here. It looks like a very dark brown, but it comes out really pigmented, and it's very dark, very close to a black shade, but on my skin it's very dark. So I'm going to use that, and I've dusted off some on this brush. I'm basically just going to sweep that into the outer corners of my eyes in an upward position, in an upward movement, basically, just to create more depth and make it more smoky. With the same shade, I am going in with a pointed brush, and I'm going to apply that underneath my eyes here. Now for a little bit of drama, I'm going in with an eye pigment that I bought from AliExpress. I will share the link for this eye pigment in the description below. This is really good, and it's a very pretty pink. I've used it for several clients, and I absolutely love the outcome of this pigment. I'm basically just tapping into it with my middle finger, not too much, and I'm dusting it over the pink shade that I had applied on my lid. Now to line my eyes, I'm going in with the Moorea Long Lasting Waterproof Soft Gliding Gel Eyeliner, and this is in the shade Charcoal. I'm basically going to use that to line my eyes. set my eyelashes for my extensions, I am going to apply a mascara. This is Kiko Milano in Maxi Mod. Now to create a more winged eyeline effect, because I don't want to go in yet over my eyelid, I'm going to go and apply some of the setting powder. I'm just dusting it off on the beauty blender that I had used earlier, and I'm just patting it this way and upwards. That way it creates a really defined eye look. Now I'm going to go in with this brush and just dust off any residues underneath my eye, and also blend out the setting powder that I had used. I'm going to go in and apply my false lashes now. I'm going to just dust off my entire face. Just make sure that everything is blended in nicely. And then I'm going to go in with my serum spray. For my lip, I'm dusting off a little bit of powder from my beauty blender on my lip. This just helps to set my lip properly for any color that I'm about to apply. This is absolutely optional, you don't have to do it, but this helps me a lot. For my lip, I'm going in with these two shades, the brown shade and the adorable shade from Milani. But before I go right into this, I'm going to line my lip a little bit with some brown lip liner. And I'm just going to finish up my lip look now, and I'm going in with my Fenty Beauty in Heat and gliding that all over my lips. For highlight, I'm going in with this fluffy brush, and I'm going in with my e.l.f. bronzer, and I'm basically just dusting that, a little bit of that right here. I'm going to apply a little bit on my forehead. My chin. And with my pinky finger, I'm going to apply just right here at the center bridge of my nose, not too much. And that's it. To finish up my look, I'm going in with my So Pro Cosmetics Seal It Mist. So this is the soft glam look for today. I hope that you enjoyed the step-by-step tutorial. I hope it was helpful. If there's any comment that you want to leave, please don't forget, click on the comment section below and let me know what you think of the look. Let me know other suggestions. And if there are other videos you'd like for me to create, don't forget to put that in the comment section. Until my next video, have a beautiful day. Bye.